I'm Travis. Today I just want to go over the most common imbalances that a personal trainer will see. And what I'm going to do is go over them, show you how to fix them. You're probably going to have one or maybe even all of the above. But I'll start with the feet and I'll work my way up. So the most common thing we see at the feet is fallen arches. So people have the weight on the inside of their feet like this. And what that is that's the COVID. No, just kidding. That's weak arches right in here. So if you don't have much of an arch, it's weak and it just flattens out, and then the heel turns in like that. So, or the ankle turns in like that. So what you got to do is you got to strengthen these arches. Now the way that you do that is called the runner's lunge. I'm going to show you what the runner's lunge looks like. All you need is a piece of wall somewhere. Any wall will do. You put your hands against the wall so that you can push against the wall. And what you're going to do is you're going to push down into the ball of your toe right here, this part right here, and that's going to strengthen the arch. So first you come up high on your ankle like that. You lift your heel up high, and then push against the wall. Push that ball of the toe into the ground. So this comes at about 90 here. You want to keep that foot square to the wall. Push into the ground as hard as you can. Hold that. Switch sides. Push. And then just keep switching. Push. Now that's going to be the arches, the fallen arches. That's one of the most common things I see all the time. And it's not big people, it's not small people, it's just random. Some people have it, some people don't. Now the next most common thing we see is the knees like to turn in like this. So I see this a lot with nurses, because nurses work long hours, right? So they work like 14-hour shifts, and their legs get tired, so they end up locking out lots like this. And locking out turns their knees in. And what that is it's the weakness in the glutes that turn the knees in. Now when people go to do a squat, they go down normal, and then the knees pop in like this. And it's the weak glutes, and I'm talking about the glute med and the glute min. Now, I'm going to show you a couple different exercises for that. So what the glute min does is it rotates the foot out like this. So it rotates the femur out. That's the glute min. The glute med pulls the foot out like that, right? So I'm going to take one of these small bands, wrap it around the toes here. Now, if I wrap it around the toes, it's going to work the glute min and the glute med. So this part is working the glute min, this part is working the glute med. So you just take a step to the side like this, and when you do, you want the feet to land flat. You want some bend in the knees, and when you step to the side, you're landing with the foot flat, that foot stays flat, this foot comes here, that foot lands flat. They always land flat, and notice that the feet are also pointed straight ahead. You don't want this, you want this, you want feet straight ahead, and you want to land with your foot flat each time. Just like that. Now that's to work the glute min, glute med. If you just want to work the glute med, you're going to bring the band up higher, that's all. Work the glute med, right? That's just working the glute med. Yeah, so we're going to move on. I'm going to show you another one for the glute min and glute med. And this is going to work the QL back here too. So this is great for stabilization of the SI joints back here as well. Now a lot of times people think that they need to mobilize the SI area, they need to mobilize that whole area to prevent injuries. And you do need some mobilization in that area, but chances are, more often than not, you actually need to strengthen the area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a band and put it on the outside of the foot. Same spot where I put the band is near the toes, so I'm working the glute min and the glute med. And what I can do, just from here, turn the palms up, engage the core, lift the foot up, and move it through the range of motion. Just same range of motion that you would move the squat through. Get that knee as high as you can, come back down. Just like that. From the side view, looks like this. So you're engaging the core, keeping neutral here. Get that knee up as high as you can. You don't need a pelvic tilt. You want that. You just want to engage the core nice and stable. Bring this up as high as you can. Back down. All right. Now that's going to help rotate those femurs out and strengthen those weak glute muscles. Those are the stabilizer muscles. They're the ones that are going to help you prevent injury. Now, another one for stabilizing back here, to strengthen back here so you prevent any SI joint injuries. And I talk about the SI joint injuries because it's the most common injury with powerlifters. So people that are trying to get strong. they end up wrecking their SI joints. So that's why I talked about that. Now, what I'm going to do with this band is I'm just going to do a push-pull. So the push-pull strengthens that whole area. So you're going to tighten up the abs, pull as hard as you can, and switch. Pull as hard as you can. Pull. Just like that. That's going to strengthen that whole SI joint area as well. Now, the upper cross syndrome. Upper cross looks like this. So people will get on the computer and they type a lot. And then they drop the head forward, right? And, you know, gravity, right? Shoulder blades come apart. Now, what you got to do is you got to lengthen and strengthen the right areas. That's how you correct imbalances, right? Number one, set position looks like this. Shrug the shoulders, track them back, drop them down. You end up in what we call a set position, right? The chest sticking out a bit, you got the shoulder blades down together. That's how you're supposed to work out. Whenever you work out, that's just standard. But what I'm going to show you is called, I just call it a mid-trap squeeze. Now, you get down on the floor like this, chest on the ground, hands by your side here. So lift the chest up as high as you can. Keep the head in line. If you don't want to lift to the ceiling, you don't want to look down. Keep the head in line. Get the chest as high as you can. Squeeze those shoulder blades down in together. Lift the hands as high as you can. Get those elbows down. Keep the head in line. From there, straighten the elbows. Bring it back. Just like that. And then, once you get used to that, you add a movement to it. Right here's the hard part. So, you want to bring the hands as high as you can. Still keeping those elbows down, hands high. When you get good at that, you can add a little weight. Now another couple of things for that whole area, you can use a band, which actually you don't need one, but get into that set position, hold the band, keep the elbows steady, pull the band apart. Thing is you don't actually need a band. It's a prop. Pull the band apart like that. Keep the elbows in line. Another one that I like to do is if we had a pull-up bar. Instead of doing pull-ups, I just do reverse shrugs type deal. So instead of bending the elbow, just drop the shoulder blades, squeeze in. Drop the shoulder blades, squeeze in. That's hanging off the bar. If we had one here, I'd show you that one. But that's how I like to strengthen that whole area. That covers like the most common imbalances I'll see. Another one, let's see. Another one is we see people don't get movement from the hip area, they get movement from the lower back. Now if you get movement from the lower back, you're stretching out this whole area and you're going to do some damage right quick, all right? So what you got to do is you got to get mobility in the hips. This area usually locks up because we sit all day, so everybody's really tight here. You got to get some mobility in there, and you got to learn how to move at the hips. That's another common one that we see. So basically what we show people is just pop the butt backwards. Just learn to move at the hips. Don't get movement from the lower back, get it from the hips. So you want to keep that area nice and solid, nice and straight. You don't want to be rounding back there. So another prop that you can use is get against the wall. So again, you're using the wall and you stand with your feet straight ahead, shoot the butt back, touch the wall with your butt. That's just learning the hip hinge, proper hip hinge. But it's just keeping the back straight and doing it like that. I think that covers the most common imbalances that I see. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you like the video, like, share, subscribe. Hope to talk to you soon.